Meanwhile here, today I'm going to go over my exam preparation steps, and I don't mean just how I take notes. I'm going to go over how I choose an exam to tackle, how I gather exam details, how I select study materials, how I create a study guide and a study schedule, and how I incorporate all of my lectures within that schedule. I'll also dabble in on how I take notes and show you my study environment. So it's going to be a huge preparation day. So how I select a topic to learn or center on is I ask myself a few questions. One is, what IT path am I on? Am I system admin? Am I a network engineer? Am I security? What am I on right now? Two is, what skills would benefit me at work, at my workplace? And three is, what exams do I already have in mind? And I actually use Trello as my brain dump here. I'll show you guys.
This is my learning brain dump area. Any education or exam ideas I have, I just throw in here, literally for any reason. So you can see some certs and knowledge topics I just have scattered here. I already decided to go after the CompTIA Linux Plus exam, and I'm familiar with the basics and I can perform basic tasks, but my job has a handful of Linux devices, so I'd like to get better and gain more knowledge with it. So I'm going to drag the exam to the top and create a separate board for Linux Plus, and we'll get back to this in a bit. Now that I've chosen the exam, I'm going to the CompTIA website to gather exam details. I don't like surprises. I want to have a good idea of the subject topics, the number of questions, the types of questions. I'm already noting that there are performance-based questions here, and how long I have to complete the test. Here I would usually pick the test date, but I want to review my calendar again. But I've found that booking the test ahead of time helps me focus and stay consistent with my studies. So I'm going to copy the details and paste them on my Trello exam list. You don't actually need to use programs to organize things. I know a lot of people think it's a waste of time to make lists and use multiple programs to organize, but this honestly helps my brain focus, and having all the info in one spot really helps me. Also, I use Trello for various things, work, life, projects, goals, so I always have it open and it's really convenient for me. Next, I choose which learning materials to use, and there are so many out there. Some people benefit from a class with a live instructor. Others can find online references, books, etc. Knowing myself, I do really well with reading cert prep books and watching CBT Nugget video courses. I take thorough notes from both of these resources and I study grind. I also use simulators and virtual Linux labs, especially when the exam has performance-based questions. Once I feel like I'm grasping the data, I start incorporating practice tests. The next step I take is I create a study schedule. Right now, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays are the best days for me to study, so I added that to my studies calendar. I also break down chapters and videos to get a sense of how long each subject will take. So here you can see the book table of contents, and here are the CBT Nugget videos and links. So I take this information and organize it in my Trello board. I have each book chapter listed here with a bookmark to keep track. Next to it, I have a video list with a bookmark as well. I also have each video listed in this Excel sheet with a watch date.
So that's how I prep for exams. Now it's just time to study and be consistent. Here again is the book that I'm using. This is the 2020 version, and I like this one. It has like practice tests in it, and questions and stuff to help you study, along with some online tools. So I'll definitely be using those. Here are my notes. So this one is for CBT Nuggets. This is the video notes, and this one is the book notes. So I like to keep things a little bit separate. So there's those two to give you a little rundown of how I kind of take notes. I wouldn't say I'm a highlighter whore, but I do like colors. They stick out to me, and I've been using this system since college. So for me, yellow is always definitions, pink is like important facts or like fun facts, just interesting stuff. So I use that a lot, and I tend to draw a lot. I draw like diagrams, graphs, things like that. So I think that's why I'm such an old school note taker. You know, like I see a lot of people typing their notes, and that's awesome because it's literally there wherever you're at. But I like to write things down. I want to see it, draw it, and like get my thought out before it passes me. So that's a little bit of how I take notes. Everybody has different styles, so you gotta find something that works for you, and this is just the type of stuff that works for me. I'm planning on taking this test in August, so hopefully early August, early to mid-August for sure. And I'm super excited, so I'm just gonna start studying, and I'm sure I'll have some videos up about Linux and just the interesting stuff that I find. I tend to just kind of make videos on things to help me remember as well, and if it's interesting, why not post it too. So cross your fingers, wish me luck, and I'll see you guys in the next video.